Before Netflix, Disney Plus, and Prime Video flooded the South African market, local telcos were already knee-deep in a video-on-demand war. MTN's Front Row, later VU, Vodacom's short-lived Video Play, and Cell C's infamous Black, whose decoders now serve as relics of ambition, each tried to claim dominance. There was a bolder idea from Telkom, who technically started late in the game, despite their media journey beginning in 2006. Back then, the mobile and broadband operator created a spin-off company called Telkom Media. Initially, this wasn't about mobile streaming. It was a full ambitions play for satellite pay TV, IPTV, even cable. The license was granted in 2007, and $7 billion was earmarked to take on DSTV's dominance. Telkom Media had a 41.5% Black economic empowerment stake and plans for a 15-channel pay TV service under R100 month, meant to compete against the already dominant DSTV. By 2007, their satellite and cable licenses were approved by ICASA, and Telkom looked ready to disrupt. But by 2008, Telkom began pulling back. $2.2 billion was cut from the budget, and by 2009, the project was abandoned after $700 million in losses. The satellite license and assets were eventually sold off, marking Telkom's first failed entry into broadcasting. Fast forward to 2020, Telkom launched Telkom One, a mobile streaming app in partnership with Discover Digital, carrying SABC channels and news, all free for mobile users. It also had an AMP subscription, which included several international channels and their content. Within months, user uptake was impressive. Telkom's internal reports called it surpassing expectations. Telkom also began creating Telkom-branded content, mostly consisting of music performances, a gaming magazine, and masterclasses with several personalities. While the app came into the game where all of its competition was basically dead, it seemed to be here to stay. The SABC, whose content was already hosted on Telkom One, had found a temporary digital home, but it still had its own ambitions. By late 2022, Telkom One was handed over to the SABC and rebranded as SABC Plus on November 17th. The public broadcaster absorbed the service, expanding reach quickly, though only on Android, iOS, and select Hisense smart TVs. While it was a bit limited in terms of content, having a selection of legacy content with some previous episodes unavailable, it had several features that their competitor didn't have. Then the first major update dropped, and it stripped back to live streaming only, removing on-demand shows entirely. Worse still, the Hisense TV app went dead. It stayed unusable for nearly a year. It took nearly 7 months before a second update brought it back online, with live TV, radio, catch-up, podcasts, other functionalities restored. For a while it seemed that the broadcaster had figured things out. That is until, in early 2024, Worksmans discovered a secret clause in the Discover Digital contract. 7.5% of profits were promised without board approval, despite the SABC already in financial woes and bailouts, and execs promising 100% of ad revenue. Consequences were immediate. COO Ian Placius and head of video entertainment Merlin Niker were fired for gross dishonesty. Reginald Nagsumalo stepped down just before disciplinary action. Today, the SABC Plus app still maintains its position as a subscription-free streamer, competing with EVOD for dominance and aiming to create future original content for the platform, something that EVOD has been doing since launch. As for Telkom, it hasn't entirely walked away from the entertainment game. Many of its services like Telkom Music have come and gone, but Telkom still aims on creating an aggregated service that combines major streaming services with one affordable subscription. So here we are, SABC Plus, a service born from Telkom's dreams, reborn under SABC control, tripped up by a broken update and internal scandal, and now standing steady again. But in a streaming world ruled by originals, budgets, and algorithms, can a public broadcaster truly compete?